This game's packed with big moments, bigger saves, and the chance to have a clean sheet and a goalie assist in one game. We're here at BYU's indoor practice field for our second game of our intramural season. We've got cameras on both sides of the field so that you don't miss any action with this video. While it takes each team a little bit to find their footing, our team ends up being the aggressor early and taking the fight to them. Not very many chances happen early as both teams are trying to find their footing. After a while, we start taking some chances, putting the ball down the center and getting a few even on goal. Little miscommunication here between me and our defender. I backed up because I thought they had it. They tried heading it to me so that I could get it, so we end up losing it to a corner. Ironically, one of the things I tried to work on this game was my communication with my teammates. We get a great chance right here, but their defender does a good job of getting it out of there. And I just can't believe how close that was to going in. Another great pass for a potential shot, but it's just ahead of our striker. Really great job, it's just a bummer that it didn't go in. An amazing shot from half field that's so close to going in, but just goes outside that bottom right corner. But as you make attempt after attempt, something's bound to land, and that's exactly what happens here. Amazing pass, amazing shot, all around great effort by our team. I'm pretty happy that we take the early lead. One of the things I've learned though is that after you make a goal, you're most likely to concede a goal. They get a great shot on goal, but it's right at me, and so I'm able to get a hold of it. Their keeper does a pretty great job this whole game of keeping the pace of the game in their hands, as well as distributing the ball. Our defender gets a little touch on the ball here, so to prevent it becoming a corner kick opportunity, I kick it out of bounds to the right. We do a great job here getting the goalie out of the box and then crossing it into the center, but their defender just does an even better job of getting it out. Our defender does a great job of blocking off the striker, but then he does this. Just shoves him right into me. Burke makes sure to defend me from the sidelines. Thanks for the camaraderie, Burke. You're my friend too. Our teammate does a great job here, nearly breaking the defender's ankles, and then gets an amazing shot off that barely doesn't make it and hits the left goalpost. Keeper does a good job of getting it deep here, but his teammate's not there and I'm just able to grab it. And since we're ahead, I see no need to play it deep in return, so I just give it off to my teammate that's right next to me. A little bit later, we get a corner opportunity and almost get a goal with this header. Striker does a great job, but it just goes right over the goalpost. They go ahead and take a shot here, but it's from pretty far out, about half field, and it's going pretty slow, so I'm just able to get down on my knees and pick it right up without any problems. I get it out to my teammate at about center field, and while the kick looks a little bit lazy, the fields for intramural games are actually about half the size, and so I can't kick it too hard, otherwise it just ends up in the other goalie's hands. Another corner kick opportunity for our team, and while it gets put in the perfect spot, their defender does a great job of getting it out. As we take it down the field again, we get a penalty just outside the goalie box, which is an amazing opportunity for our team. The kick is great, and our forward gets a little flick on it, but it just goes outside the goalpost. I hate to see that come so close. Our defenders do a fantastic job here stopping the advance and getting in the way of the ball. I'm just able to pick it up with ease. Another amazing cross into the center, and the goalie doesn't quite get his hands on it, but the defender gets it out of there. And our forwards are just not stopping this game, taking shot after shot, hoping that one will land. And just before the half, they take it up the field and try and equalize the score before halftime. While I don't get a hand on it, I am able to get in the way and force him to shoot wide right. And so we end up going into halftime with the score being 1-0. As we're switching sides of the field for halftime, please take this opportunity to like the video below and subscribe to the channel. This will give you an update every time that I post a video documenting my progress from a football player to a soccer goalkeeper. As the second half starts, our team does a great job of letting the opposition know that we will not be slowing down at all. And we keep putting the ball where we need to in order to eventually get one of these shots to land. Our defense has been doing an amazing job this game of playing pretty aggressively and forcing them to take shots from pretty far out, which gives me enough time to react. We get another attempt right here, kicking the ball into the center and almost getting a header in. And then, as we make another attempt to pass it into the center for a potential shot, we get a penalty inside the box. Our man Crew's taking this penalty for us today because he's got a rocket for a leg. The keeper kind of decides to squat in goal, I guess preparing himself mentally for the shot. I would have made myself as big as possible and made the goal look even smaller to try and get inside the kicker's head. Maybe even tried to slow down time a little bit to put even more pressure on top of the kicker. And Crew follows through, as we knew he would, making the score 2-0. The next couple minutes of play go on without there really being any shot attempts from either team. They take a long distance shot here, but our defender does a great job of jumping right in front of it and not letting it go anywhere. Another deep pass from their goalie to their forwards, but he kicks it a little bit too far again and it ends up just right in my hands, which I'm not complaining about because the more touches I have on ball, the less stressed I feel in high pressure situations like these. Just because we're up 2-0 does not mean that our team is letting up at all. They relentlessly keep pushing the ball forward, and then this happens. An amazing shot into the top left corner. I don't blame the keeper for not blocking that one. There's no way I would have been able to get it either. It was just an amazingly placed shot, making the score 3-0. I'm starting to feel pretty confident that we're going to win this game, but then a small thought enters into my mind. Could this be my first chance for a clean sheet game? I don't want to jinx myself, so I don't say anything about it to anyone, but the thought's definitely there. At this point, we're just trying to slow down play and waste time on the clock as my teammate goes to get the ball after it bounced pretty far away. We just try and keep the ball on their side of the field as much as we can, not even giving them an opportunity to make a shot. They get a shot off here, but I'm able to evaluate that it's going wide right and just let it go. We get another shot chance, but their keeper does a great job of getting it out of there. This shot right here was probably the best save of the game in terms of difficulty, and sadly it was not my own. Their keeper does an amazing job of extending to the left and getting his hand on that ball. At this point, they're just doing their best to get the ball in the center and hope that something works, but our defender does a great job of getting in the way and just getting it out. I probably could have punted the ball here to get it out of our side of play, but instead I just give it to my teammate to try and ensure that we keep possession and control of the ball in these last couple minutes. They get a great shot off, and honestly I wasn't in position to stop it. Luckily though, it goes wide right. One of their forwards gets the ball with no defenders on him, so I just have to rush out, make myself big, and hope that I can get in the way of the ball. Our defender does a fantastic job of getting the ball out of there. As they put it back in the center for another chance, I'm able to jump on top of it and stop their momentum. However, I then make a mistake and throw it right in front of me to one of our defenders, but they're able to obtain control of the ball. The same exact situation happens again, and I have to go attack and make myself big. This time, however, I successfully deflect the ball and prevent a potential goal. Their corner kick puts it right in the center of play, and they even get a shot off, but I'm able to save it. With just a few seconds left, I boot the ball out of there, getting it back on their side of the field. Can I get an assist off this? Nope, not this time. The game ends with a final score of 3-0, and I finish my first game as a goalkeeper with a clean sheet. If you're still watching the video, thank you so much for sticking around. If you have any comments about my gameplay or things that I can do to get better, please add it to the comments below, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.